Now, it's been over a week now since unknown gunmen abducted a 2-month-old baby from his home in Chatsworth, south of Durban, during an armed robbery. So far, there's been no trace of the baby, Lwandle, or the suspects. His mother is appealing to anyone with information to help them find her child. Now, eNCA's Lethiwe Mdluli is covering the story, and she joins us now live. Lethiwe, how's the family doing? Have you been able to speak to baby Lwandle's mother?
Well, Masako, we've caught up with the family this morning, and what I can say is that they're very still traumatized after what happened to the 2-month-old baby Lwandle. They're still pleading with community members, the police, anyone with information to just basically alert them and let them know where they can find this baby. It's been over a week now, and there's been no communication from the people that kidnapped the child. And unfortunately for the police, they haven't been able to trace any information or any leads to where this baby might be. And in speaking to the mom, I could see how distraught that she is. And she's saying that she hasn't been able to sleep. She hasn't been able to eat. All that she's thinking about is whether her child has eaten. And of course, it's a very young baby. He's 2 months old, and he was being breastfed. And these are some of the worries that she has. What is he eating? Is he sleeping? And he was saying that, or rather, she was saying that the family hasn't been able to even speak to community members because they don't know who to trust and who to speak to regarding this this very, very tragic story. And when we spoke to her a bit earlier on about maybe any communication with the police, she is saying that unfortunately the police haven't been able to help her. And the last time she spoke to the investigating officer was last week, which means that she doesn't know if the police are making any progress in terms of this case. And she's also saying that during the day of the abduction, or the kidnapping rather, the two men approached her house and they asked for her brother. They did say that her brother owed them money for alcohol that he had took from them. And when they eventually opened the door, that's when they entered with guns, and then they pointed the guns at them and they demanded to speak to him. But unfortunately, her brother was not there at the time. It was during the early hours of Saturday night last week, and unfortunately, when they eventually saw that there was a baby, they decided to take the baby because they wanted to take something valuable. This is what they said to her. And when they left, they just took the child with his blanket, and they've never made contact since. And of course, there's a lot of questions as to where the baby is. Why did they abduct the child? There's a lot of complaints from the community as well, because we spoke to the community leader, and they are saying that this is very unusual. It's a situation that they've never heard before. Something like this doesn't usually happen in Chatsworth. But in speaking to the mom a bit earlier on, Mdluli, this is what she had to say.
Noma ubani oyibonayo la ibona khona eza ukuthi ayibuka amakhelwane ekuningane encane asikaze simbone usisi wakhona ekhulile. Baphakame noma ubani aphakame. Nje kuze kuzokwazi ukuthi kutholakala ingane yami incane le yangane, incane kakhulu. 2 months ngonanga umuntu ekugcineni kwakho konke. Ngimanthwa mhlawumbe ngiyazi ukuthi ngaqabana nobani. Ngoba nakhona kwakungekho mayelana nebhodlela. Nginesho ukube kwakumayelana nebhodlela wayezothatha ifoni aphume, noma mhlawumbe wayezofuna imali, asho ukuthi ufuna imali, noma wayezothatha iTV noma ifridge noma microwave.
And the police, Lethiwe, any update from them?
Unfortunately, the police are saying that there's no one who's been arrested yet. They are saying that there's 2 more police officers that have been brought in to investigate this case. And as I mentioned before, the investigating officer that was initially investigating this case has not been able to speak to the family and provide updates. And this is one of the concern from the family, saying that he hasn't made contact. They don't know where the case is and whether there are any leads. And in speaking to Zintle as well, she did mention that the gunmen, when they entered her house, they took 2 cell phones from them, and her question is regarding tracing the phone. She's asking the police whether they have traced the phone, because she believes that wherever her phone is, that's where they'll find the baby as well. But I spoke to the police spokesperson here in KwaZulu-Natal a bit earlier on, Robert Nechubunda, who did say that there are 2 more police officers that will be investigating this matter, but unfortunately for now, they do not know where the child is and no arrests have been made. But when I spoke to him about this matter, this is what he had to say.
What we have so far is that the province has dedicated 2 investigators from the Mdluli office who will be taking over the investigations. And we see this in a serious light because we are concerned about the well-being of a 2-month-old. We don't want to imagine what you will be feeling and what the mother is feeling right now. So we are on the matter and we are investigating. We believe that with these 2 experienced officers, we'll crack this case somehow. The issue of cell phones, those are technicalities that investigators look into. And we know what we have to do, and when there are cell phones, we do trace them, yes. But the investigator will have to give regular updates to the family of the boy. As for the investigator not keeping touch with the family, that's something that the police will look into, because it's our responsibility that we keep the family of the victim updated.
All right, that was Lethiwe Mdluli, and a snippet of the conversation she had with police around that case about baby Luandle.